I'm reading Thirst by Heather Anderson, and I'm finding myself feeling so seen. Like someone scooped my thoughts out of my head and put them into a book for me to read, relating so much to the words on the page as my heart screams, no, I don't want to. I don't want this for myself. I don't want to only find joy in the struggle, only come alive on the trail. I don't want life to feel like a charade unless I'm walking. My last partner used to say, none of this is real life. Jobs, houses, dishes, laundry, car payments, community. Real life is out there on the trail. Well, my friend calls her through hike a pause in her real life, a break from reality, from the people and places she wants to invest her time in. And my heart and head scramble back and forth feverishly. Can it all be real? Can I find happiness with both? A life grounded in community, creativity, mundane daily tasks, and familiar faces, and a life measured in steps taken, simple living, and awe at the beauty of the world? Do I have to choose between metaphorically hanging up my boots or literally walking away from the home I've built the past few years and never looking back? Can I be the friend that is so ingrained in her community and the friend that takes off for months at a time every few years? Can I be reliable and fleeting, supportive and spontaneous, constantly seeking new growth and completely content in the familiar? A week after I stood at the Canadian border, sitting in the dirt eating ramen noodles, I drove down 160 as the rain started to drizzle across my cracked windshield, and I sobbed as the panic rose in my chest. Out loud to no one but myself, I said, I don't want to be here. 8:03 p.m., driving down the road approaching Durango, my home that I dreamed of returning to all summer long. I'm finally here, and I want to be literally anywhere else. It all feels like a cage. Everything feels like a trap. Work, relationships, love, a lease, a home, a plan. It makes me want to jump out of my skin and scream, why can't I just be? Why is there always somewhere to be or something to do or money that needs to be spent? I started looking into other hikes, new towns, dreaming up different jobs that would let me spend my days slowly reading by the river and running through the mountains, trying to figure out how to burn down my life again with a dog I love dearly and not a lot of money. It all feels like pressure pushing me to stagnancy, but as I breathe through the panic in my therapist's office, I shared a thought that came up on the trail. Other people may have built the trap, but I closed the door. Life is expensive, but I'm the one making myself work 12-hour days out of financial insecurity. I've dated people who forced me into being someone I'm not, but I stayed. I let their words change me. Rent feels like a commitment, keeping me stuck inside to make my money worth it, but taking time to travel isn't a waste. Money is just money, and I have never regretted taking a trip. She asked the question I think I needed to hear. Instead of caging you, what would it be like if these things set you free? What if it's not a cage at all, but a key to the life I want to live? A job that gives me the flexibility I want and enough money to live frugally but comfortably. Relationships that are supportive and give me the ability to continue to roam. Relationships that make my life easier, that make me feel more comfortable being myself. Relationships that help me get to know myself deeper every day. A house that feels safe and secure enough to plan bigger adventures and to root deeply inside when I want to. Where I want to paint the walls and wake up with a cup of coffee and the views of the sunrise over the mountains and know every outline of the gulches in my mind when my eyes are closed. At the end of the day, the fear of being caged keeps me inside the cage itself. The fear of being stuck here, of being stuck only finding satisfaction on the trail, of spending my life alone because no one wants to live as sporadically as I feel called to. Isolated from my friends who hike and travel all year and from my friends who are grounded in their beautiful consistency. Stuck chasing miles and stuck dreaming of them when I'm not. Maybe that is the true cage, longing for change instead of appreciating each chapter for exactly what it is. I had 2 months of through hiking, chock full of new friends, challenge, ease, beauty, tears, exhaustion, irritation, and self-confidence. Now it's time to settle into a new chapter, a reset that isn't flashy, no high highs or low lows, simple, slow, calm, and quiet, softening with the knowledge that at some point the time will come around again for the walking chaos I feel the most comfortable in. But for now, the challenge is to find that feeling here and now, to find equal freedom waking in the same place every morning as I do waking up in my tent on a different ridgeline every sunset.